Hello, and welcome to a new episode in today's analysis. Today, we are going to analyze none other than the Big Brother, the overaching antagonist of George Orwell's 1984, one of the most iconic villains ever created. The Big Brother could easily be viewed as the icon of the absolute tyrant. In this video, we are going to analyze all the information given about the Big Brother throughout the 1984, and let's analyze his journey from what could possibly been once a politician to the absolute tyrant that he has ultimately become. Now, with no further introduction, let's begin. Now, before I analyze the Big Brother, we first need to analyze how the world of 1984 actually came to be. The same thing that I did in my previous episode on Winston Smith. Just like in the previous episode, after World War II, the Soviet Union conquered Europe and became a superstate known as Eurasia, while China and North Korea united together to form another totalitarian superstate known as East Asia. Because of this, both the United States and the British Empire united together to form Oceania. At first, Oceania was a truly democratic and peaceful country, but after World War III, the evil party known as the Ingsoc, with the Big Brother as its leader, have came to power into a totalitarian one-party fascist dictatorship, with himself as its absolute ruler. Now we all should ask ourselves, how realistic is this scenario? Unfortunately, such a scenario could be viewed quite realistic, given the fact that the country unions is actually something that even happens in real life. And even today we are still confronted with totalitarian dictatorships, such as in Russia and China. Nevertheless, while the Big Brother's real origins, such as his true name, when he was born, and where he was born, and exactly what's happened to him that caused him to become the monster that we see in 1984, is completely unknown, and is largely will remain like that for the time being. But the Big Brother turned the entire England, and even beyond, into an absolute totalitarian dictatorship, with everyone's lives being controlled by the party, the tough police being used to find disloyal dissidents, in which they will be tortured, brainwashed, and eventually executed in public, and everyone being allowed 2 minutes of hate every day, in which they will hate, and specifically the man named Goldenstein, to be the leader of an insurgency that threatens to take down the INSOC, and lying to the people about the wars that they are waging. In one day they claim that they are at war with Eurasia, but the other day they claim that they are at war with East Asia. In 1984, after nearly 30 years of power, his rule was temporarily challenged by Winston Smith, a innocent civilian who did something that the party never thought he would. He fell in love with a woman named Julia, and starting a relationship that the party discovered and had both of them tortured, brainwashed, and eventually executed. And here, O'Brien revealed to Winston that the Big Brother is nothing more but is an invention of the party in order for the party to use to remain in power. Thus, the Big Brother is nothing more but an illusion, a fake deity created for the people to worship. And thus, here comes the number of theories, in which the Big Brother might have been an invention all along, and the face we see might have been a man, or possibly a member of the party, and was used, this invention, so the party can take over Oceania. Another theory says that the Big Brother was actually real at the beginning, and maybe he has died sometime during his rule, and the party cover up his death by pretending he's still alive in order to maintain a grip on power. Or there is another infamous theory that states that Oceania only controls the British Isles, and the map we see is nothing more but an illusion created by the party. And the war they are having is actually with Ireland, that they try to conquer and subjugate. And there is a high possibility that this theory might actually be true. Yet, nevertheless, if this proves to be true, it would actually give a lot more hope to the people of 1984, to the people of Oceania. And this means that the map that we've seen is a complete lie. Now, what's happened with the Big Brother and INSOC afterwards is completely unknown. There are numerous YouTube channels, some sort of a sequel to 1984, in which the Big Brother and Oceania were finally defeated by NATO in 2001. Now, although that's quite unlikely, given the fact that those sequels are not canon to the original 1984, it's completely a possibility that the British Isles theory might actually be true. Now we can ask ourselves, is the Big Brother evil? I bet many of you will wonder yourselves, why do I bother to ask that? I should be noted that the Big Brother came to power after World War III, so of course it should be noted here that he might have done this out of necessity. However, he doesn't care. It doesn't seem that he cares about the people, as their lives became an absolute dystopian nightmare, as he has no desire to uphold human rights, no desire to protect the people, no desire to even better their lives, no desire to protect his nation, and not real desire to actually end the war with either Eurasia or Eastasia as he claimed, but rather to continue it for his own gain. So in the end, the answer to the question, is the Big Brother evil, is definitely yes. And now that we reach the end, we can all ask ourselves who was or who is the Big Brother. Is nothing more but an absolute tyrant who came to power using a global war. A tyrant that will turn his own world into a nightmarish dystopia, and a tyrant that could be easily called as one of the most diabolical, one of the most iconic, and even one of the most realistic villains ever created in fiction. Thank you all for tuning this new episode in today's analysis. I hope you all guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe everyone. Have a nice day. Oh, and Big Brother is watching you.